and welcome to this next installment of Better to a Writer. Today I am here with Irene Hitchcock. Irene, I hear that you are a screenwriter. You want to tell us a little bit about your project?
Yes, a year and a half ago, I started writing a screenplay, and it started off as usual very badly. And it is a romantic comedy, although my personal preference as in movies is shoot 'em all up movies. So I'm a John Wick kind of girl. So a romantic comedy coming to me was very surprising, to say the least. But the characters, I'm really in love with them, and I had to learn more about the craft, and I'm still with it. So, and it's going good. So I'm very happy.
That's so exciting. I've always wanted to do the screenplay thing, but I don't know the first thing about screenwriting, so I imagine taking some classes might be a good idea. So these are 13 questions that are scientifically proven by laboratories around the world. Many sciencey folk got together and decided these are the 13 questions that will get your fans to better know you as a writer. Are you ready?
Ready when you are.
Right. Number 1, you can have only one book for the rest of your life. Which one do you pick?
Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, The Little Prince.
Oh, gotcha. What is your favorite pen?
The one that's closest to me. I like these things.
Gotcha. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Living would be continuing to live in New Zealand. If I could go anywhere in the world for traveling, it would be Japan.
I would like to live the rest of my life in New Zealand, so I'm sure a lot of our viewers will feel a little bit jealous of where you're at, since you are the ultimate destination, especially for those of us who are nerding out on Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
What truly scares you the most?
Actually, all emotions that lead away from art, all art period, whether it's painting, a poem, a book, music, and that is anything that's not beautiful. So it's hatred, it's racism, it's bigotry, being scared of love, or anybody who chooses a different path. So all of those, that's the thing that scares me the most.
So that's a pretty contemporary fear, and it's spot on these days, for sure. What is the best book to movie adaptation?
Oh. Wow, that's a good question. I've got to say, I really, really loved being in New Zealand. The first 3 Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson, and also the way they went off script slightly, but in the original 3, it was extremely well done, I think. And you have to say Gone with the Wind, that's still, it will be relevant forever.
You're true. I think a lot of people would agree with you about The Lord of the Rings. Not so much The Hobbit. They did do a bit of embellishment there to create 3 movies out of that one. But yeah, The Lord of the Rings, it made me have absolutely no doubt that all of those places were true and real and existed and were right there. It had this great quality of being so realistic and really pulled you into that world, which I thought was amazing. Star Wars or Star Trek, and why is Star Trek better?
The newest adaptations of Star Wars were a little bit very far off the mark, I think, as a fan. And the first movie was good. It had its merits. Storytelling was there. It was okay. I actually liked the first movie. However, the second and third Oh dear. And so Star Trek definitely did better there.
Nice. I like Star Trek because everything's clean, and in Star Wars, everything is dirty. So it really appeals to my OCD nature. Where would you say your ideas come from?
I first thought I've got 5 more movie ideas, 4, 5, and 2 TV show ideas with 8 episodes. And they usually come either from something that isn't there, or wouldn't it be nice thought? Could I do that? And one of the ideas that I'm writing now is very much based on my love for art and my love for New Zealand and K-drama and one of my friends. I've been thinking like about a boxing movie too, and how can that be different from anything else? Because there is Cinderella Man, there are the Rocky movies, and various other things, Southpaw, just to mention very few, that are really good. And how can that be something completely different? So those are kind of thoughts that produce something that I'm interested in.
Nice. I find that my ideas tend to come to me at 11:30 at night when I'm trying to go to sleep. And I should just get up and write them down. What's my favorite book?
What's your favorite book? I would think it's Lord of the Rings.
What's the best font?
Best font is Times New Roman, the ones that all screenplays are written in. Screenplay format for me.
As long as it's not Comic Sans. How many notebooks is too many notebooks?
That doesn't exist. Infinite. As many notebooks as you need.
What is on the top of your to-be-read pile or piles?
I still have to read The Three-Body Problem. And I want to finish reading the Robert McKee books. They're a lot of fun. I still have character and dialogue to go.
If you could have coffee with anyone in the world, living or not living, who would it be?
Oh, that answer is always the same. If it's living, it would be my grandmother. That's a non-contest. And if it's alive today, it would be, for me, the best storyteller, Kenshi Yonezu.
Advice for writers in 5 words, and feel free to use your fingers.
Write unedited. Keep going.
Nice. Irene, thank you so much for sitting here with me today. You are now officially known.
Yay.